What's going on, guys? SmallGuard here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys my brand new updated season 2 sigs. So make sure you go ahead and watch the entire video, as I will not only be breaking down the best sigs for tall and small point guards, but I'm also going to give you a variety of different moves that you can pick from for all ball handle ratings. So make sure you find the best sigs that fit your playstyle. Let's go ahead and get 1,500 likes on the video if you guys want a brand new dribble tutorial. If you're new, go ahead and hit that sub button, hit that like button, and turn on post notifications. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get right into it. Now, getting into the best sigs for all my small point guards. Starting off with our dribble style, you want to go with Ja Morant, and this is by far going to be the best dribble style in the game for all my small point guards. Now, in season 2 of NBA 2K26, they went ahead and brought back Darius Garland's dribble style, and if you do remember in NBA 2K25, this was by far the best dribble style in the game. But now in NBA 2K26, it's not going to be too bad at all, but it's not going to be nowhere as good as Ja Morant's dribble style. So make sure if you're a small point guard, you're always using Ja Morant. Now, right here, moving on to my signature size up. The one I'm still going to be using is Stephen Curry, but there is a brand new one in season 2, and that is going to be Mike Conley. Now, this signature size up is not going to be too bad at all. It's going to give you a great double in between the legs, just like Jordan Poole's breakdown combo. So if you want to go ahead and try it out, you could, but I still like that Stephen Curry double behind the back move. Now, moving on down here to my breakdown combo. I'm still going to be using Jordan Poole's breakdown combo because I really like how easy it is to combo with that double in between the legs going into a go-to shot or other moves. If you don't like Jordan Poole's breakdown combo, here are some other great ones. You can go with Ja Morant's breakdown combo, which has been very popular since NBA 2K25 and still can be a great breakdown combo to combo with. Stephon Marbury's breakdown combo, which is actually another one I've been thinking about using. It gives you a little standstill in between the legs that you can maybe combo with your momentums. So I definitely might go ahead and try that out. And finally, we have our Devin Booker breakdown combo. Now, Devin Booker's breakdown combo is by far going to be the best one in the game. It's going to be great for getting wide open and splitting your defender, and even comboing as well. I like to combo with it a little bit, but I still like Jordan Poole's breakdown combo a lot more. So make sure you go ahead and try out any of these breakdown combos. Now, right here, moving on to my escape moves. The best escape in the game is by far going to be Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker is going to be great for anybody on NBA 2K26. It's good to combo with and even L2 cancel and peek off of as well. And it's only going to require an 89 ball hand. But if you don't like Kemba Walker's escape or can't get it, you can go ahead and try out Kyrie Irving's escape. As you can see, when you spam it, it's going to give you a nice boost going forward. A lot of ISO players actually use Kyrie Irving's escape. You can go ahead and try out Trae Young's escape as well, which is going to be just like Kemba. Damian Lillard, which is going to be another very underrated escape from NBA 2K25, which is still going to be pretty good in NBA 2K26. Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler's escape, which can be used on any single build. Now, next up, moving on to our combo moves. One I'm going to be using right now is LeBron. And remember, when using LeBron's combo move, you can do it behind the back actually going backwards. So it's going to be one of the best combo moves in the game. And as you can see, we're going to have a brand new combo move in season 2. Now, Jordan Poole's combo move is going to be mainly for really good dribblers. Especially if you're a steezo type dribbler, you want to go ahead and put this on. And of course, another great combo move is going to be Pro, which has been good since NBA 2K25. I'm moving down here to my crossover. I'm still going to be using Lonzo Ball. I still haven't really seen a crossover that is going to be better than Lonzo Ball. When using Lonzo Ball's crossover, you can do it coming up the court and you can even get wide open with it as well. The only other good one for small point guards is going to be De'Aaron Fox. And right now I'm only starter 3. So whenever I do hit starter 4, I'll make sure to test it out. Now, finally moving over here to my behind the back. As you guys may know already, I've been using Trae Young's behind the back for a while. And I've been recommending the same behind the backs to you guys since season 2. But I'm actually going to have 4 new ones I'm going to recommend. One I've been using recently is going to be LaMelo Ball. It's going to be just like Trae Young's behind the back, but it's going to be a lot tighter when comboing. We have Zach LaVine's behind the back, which is going to be just like the NBA 2K21 behind the back from back in the days. And it's not going to be a bad behind the back at all to go ahead and combo with. We also have DeMar DeRozan's behind the back, which is not going to be too bad for comboing at all. And finally, another new one I'm going to recommend to you guys is Darius Garland's behind the back. This was a very popular behind the back in patch 1 of NBA 2K25. And this year, Darius Garland's behind the back can be great as well if you learn how to do your explosive behind the back. And that goes for a lot of these behind the backs. You're going to need to learn how to do your explosive behind the back a lot if you want to make any of these brand new ones I recommended any good. But if you don't like any of the brand new ones I recommended, you can go ahead and use Kobe White, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Stephen Curry, and Jimmy Butler's behind the back. Now, next up, moving on to our spin, I'm still going to be using Steve Nash. The only other good spin I would recommend you using is Stephen Curry. Now, moving on over here to my hesitation, I'm going to be using a brand new one. The one I was always using was Jimmy Butler, but I do think DeMar DeRozan's hezi does feel great as well. And another brand new one I found is going to be Scottie Pippen. If you guys didn't know already, depending on what hesitation you use is going to affect your momentum. And to me, Jimmy Butler, Scottie Pippen, and DeMar DeRozan's hesitation are going to feel the best. But if you do go ahead and try out any of those and you don't like it, you can go ahead and use Kobe White, Paul George, Devin Booker, and Jalen Brunson. And finally, right here with my step back, I'm still going to be using Devin Booker. Devin Booker is by far the best one in the game. It's going to be great for comboing L2 canceling out of and even peeking out of as well. And the second best one you can go ahead and use as well is going to be Vince Carter. Another great step back that can be used in all three different ways. Comboing, peeking, and even L2 canceling as well. But if you don't like Devin Booker or Vince Carter's step back, you can go ahead and use Kyrie Irving's step back, which is going to be just like Zach LaVine's step back from NBA 2K25. James Harden and Jalen Brunson, which are two step backs that are going to have a secret L2 cancel move hidden in them, and pro step back as well. Now right here, moving on to the best sigs for all my tall point guards. For your dribble style, you want to go with Zach LaVine, and a brand new one you can use as well is going to be DeJounte Murray. Now with Zach LaVine and DeJounte Murray's dribble style, it's going to be like Ja Morant but for tall point guards. So make sure you go in and try these two out. Now moving on to our signature size up for all my tall point guards. In season 2 of NBA 2K26, they finally put out a brand new signature size up. And when I was breaking down my brand new small point guard sigs, I said I did still like Stephen Curry over Mike Conley. But on a tall point guard, they don't have that many great signature size ups. And with this brand new Mike Conley signature size, it can actually help with your combos on a tall point guard. But if you go ahead and try out Mike Conley and you don't like it, you can go ahead and use Tracy McGrady or Cade Cunningham. Now moving on over here to our breakdown combos. On my tall point guard, I'm still going to be using Jordan Poole, as when using Jordan Poole's breakdown combo is going to give you that nice in between the legs that you can use in your combo. But some other good ones as well is going to be Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, and Stephon Marbury. Devin Booker, just like my small point guards, is going to be the best one here. It's going to give you that big burst forward that you can use to essentially do anything on the court. You can split your defender, you can go past your defender, you can even combo with it as well. And when using Kevin Durant or Stephon Marbury, they're going to be more for standstill combos. So make sure you go ahead and try out any of these breakdown combos. Now moving on over here to my escape moves. Now on my tall point guard, I used to use Jimmy Butler a lot, but I like to use Paul George a lot more now because it's going to be more consistent on that L2 cancel. It's going to create more space when doing it. And Paul George's escape is going to be great for combos as well. Some other great escapes that you can use other than Paul George and Jimmy Butler are going to be Jason Tatum, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Kobe Bryant. Now to get Kobe Bryant to escape, you do need an 88 ball hand, and the only tall point guards that even get an 88 ball hand have to be 6'7" and below. But Kobe Bryant's escape is definitely going to be working. And when using Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's escape, it's going to be activated a lot differently than a regular escape. But once you do get used to it, it's going to create a bunch of space and can look great in your combos. And Jason Tatum's going to be another great escape for combos. So make sure you go ahead and try any of these out. Now right here, moving on to my combo moves. On my tall point guard, I'm still going to be using LeBron James. And just like for the same reason on my small point guard, when doing LeBron's combo move, you're going to be able to do a behind the back going backwards. And that can look great when doing your combo. But two other great combo moves are going to be Jordan Poole and Pro. Jordan Poole, once again, is going to be for those steezo type dribblers or if you're a dribble head in general. And Pro combo moves has been one of the best combo moves in the game for a while now. Now moving on to my crossover, I'm still going to be using Lonzo Ball. And especially when using a tall point guard, Lonzo Ball is going to be very important to use. It's going to create a bunch of space coming up the court and even going towards the rim, and can make your tall guard look even quicker when doing combos coming up the court. But another great crossover you guys can go ahead and try out is Devin Booker. This was a very good crossover back in NBA 2K25 and is great again in NBA 2K26. I wouldn't use it over Lonzo Ball, but for some reason, if you don't like Lonzo, you can go ahead and try Devin Booker out. Now moving on to my behind the back. Right now, my tall point guard, I am using Kobe White, but I do switch back and forth to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's behind the back from time to time. So you can go ahead and try out one of those too. But some new ones I'm going to recommend to you guys is going to be Andrew Wiggins and Zach LaVine. When using Andrew Wiggins behind the back, it can be great for comboing while L2 canceling. So if you do have your L2 cancel down on a tall point guard, you want to go ahead and try that out. And Zach LaVine's behind the back, just like I explained on my small point guard, is going to give you that old behind the back from other 2Ks and can still be great on a tall point guard as well. If you don't like any of those behind the backs, you can go ahead and use Scottie Pippen, which is one of the best behind the backs in the game and is another old behind the back from other 2Ks, which is still great in NBA 2K26. Paul George and Jimmy Butler's behind the back. Jimmy Butler, which is going to be another great behind the back if you really know how to combo. And Jimmy Butler's behind the back on a tall point guard reminds me of Trae Young's behind the back on a small point guard, because you're going to have to know how to trigger your explosive behind the back to really make it work. Now moving on to my spin, I'm still going to be using Steve Nash. And Steve Nash's spin is by far going to be the best spin in the game. And another great one you can use if you are a tall point guard is Jason Tatum. Now moving on to my spin, I'm still going to be using Steve Nash. And Steve Nash's spin is by far going to be the best spin in the game. And another great one you can use if you are a tall point guard is Jason Tatum. Now moving on to my hesitation for all my tall point guards. The one I'm going to be using on my tall point guard is going to be Scottie Pippen. And like I said when breaking down my small point guard sigs, that your hesitation is going to affect your momentum. And to me, with all these hesitations, your momentum spam is going to feel great. So if you do go ahead and try out Scottie Pippen's hesitation and you don't like it, you can go ahead and use Kobe White, Paul George, Kevin Durant, DeMar DeRozan, and Jimmy Butler's hesitation. Remember, Jimmy Butler used to be my main hesitation, so that is always going to be a good one to use as well. Now coming over here to my step back, the one I'm using right now is going to be Devin Booker. And Devin Booker by far is going to be the best one in the game for a tall point guard. All you need is an 85 ball handle. If you do go ahead and put on Devin Booker and you don't like it, or you don't have that 85 ball handle threshold, you can go ahead and try out Vince Carter, which is going to be the second best step back in the game. And if you guys didn't know already, Vince Carter's step back is going to be John Wall from NBA 2K24 and Jalen Brunson from NBA 2K25. It's going to be great for comboing, getting wide open, and peeking as well. And some other great ones you want to go ahead and use as well is Pro, James Harden, Luka Doncic, and Jimmy Butler.